We've had the Battlefield 6 open beta now for 2 entire weekends, for like 3-4 days each weekend, which means people have actually gotten a lot of time to play the game. I've seen a lot of content creators and people who only played the weekends get like 100 matches in, so it looks like people have got their idea of if they like Battlefield 6 or not, and I'm proud to say I think the game is good. I believe they did a pretty good job with Battlefield 6. I myself only managed to play around like 20 games. I went hard like 1 or 2 days, but I didn't have a ton of time because I'm just busy. But 20 games is a good amount for you to play every one of the classes. It gives you a good amount of time to like get used to the maps. And this is how my general experience playing the game went. Day one, I was pretty terrible, right? It's been a long time since I played a Battlefield game. I was just kind of running around. I wasn't sure who I was trying to kill, where people spawned. I didn't know what corners people like to hide in and like how people operated in Battlefield. And I wasn't used to checking my corners, okay? It's been a while since I played a PvP game. After day one, I got used to the game, right? I played every one of the classes. I tried out the different weapons. I'm kind of bad, but you know what? That's okay. You don't have to be a pro. But I got used to playing the different kits and taking advantage of the different ability and, I say abilities, but technically like gear of each one of the different operator classes. And I must say, it went a lot better week or day two, essentially. I got a handle of how each one of the guns work. I'm not a huge fan of that like first default sniper, just because half the time I forget to click out the extra magazine or like extra round sometimes, because for the sniper you have to shoot sometimes and then shoot again. You have to double tap, right? You have to shoot and then rechamber with another shot. And it's just kind of an annoyance. Either way, it's not a big deal. I got used to it after a while. It's not like I'm even the best sniper. I got used to playing medics. Medics actually seem really strong because they just run in, instantly heal someone. They go like boop, and then they go boop, and then you're just up, you know? You just like quickly boop boop, and then you're good to go. The engineer is a lot of fun and kind of one of those mandatory classes, dang, I got sniped out hard there, where if you're on one of the open maps with a lot of tanks, you are 100% needing an engineer or two, okay? You need someone to heal your tanks. If you don't have anyone spawning in to heal your tanks, you're screwed. Battlefield works really well with group team gameplay and objective gameplay, so generally you want to try and get as many kills as possible while also clearing through all the objectives, ideally with your squad, because you gain like little bonuses doing it with your squad versus doing things without your squad. I like and always have liked the team cooperation that Battlefield kind of pushes. You can do a squad with like one of each type of characters and do really well, or you can do a more aggro squad with people with upfront guns and then like 2 medics or something like that, like an engineer, an assault, 2 medics, or you could even do a sniper. You could do really whatever, right? So it's a nice part about the game. But teamwork, cooperation is definitely gonna get you a lot farther, because a lot of the times when you're running around, you're not gonna be running up on only 1 or 2 people. You like will, but a good chance that you'll run up and there'll be 2 or 3 people around. Maybe half a squad or a full squad. So you really got to cooperate with your team, try to like get the corners, get your backs for each one of your teammates so they don't end up getting killed really quickly or like really early on. But you're still a lot of fun. Medics seem to be OP. You can't sadly like double re-heal someone. You can heal, and then once someone's been healed by a medic, like revived once, that's it. So it's essentially a medic gives you a second life. I think there's a cooldown time before you can get like re-healed, whether that's like 10-15 seconds, I'm not 100% sure. But hey, the nice part is, even if you're not a medic, as you just saw, you can still revive and heal up your teammates, okay? The guns though, so far they feel pretty good. I got wrecked a little bit with the sniper, but I was having a lot of fun still with the sniper, even though I'm like kind of bad at handling it. I really enjoyed my time with the sniper. The assault rifles seem to work really well, so I like those. And the LMG was probably one of the guns I was really bad with. I think it's like the medic spawns with the LMG by default. Like I'm really bad with those light machine guns. Like holy, I just spray and pray half the time. Can't get a ton of kills. I love this like goofy little area here where we're just like pot shotting at all of the people running around. I'm getting like suppression fire. Man, Battlefield's a lot of fun. But here's what I was talking about, and it's like, well, if you have a tank, you kind of need engineers. The amount of damage that tanks end up taking from like 1 or 2 RPGs, I think 3 RPG shots essentially, no matter what, will destroy a tank if it's not healed. So that's kind of like why you need to make sure you have a good team setup, you have a good general amount of engineers on your heavy artillery tanks and all that jazz, and you need to work well together with your team. But Battlefield is still Battlefield, so you should hopefully somewhat know what to expect if you've played Battlefield before. There's some destructible environment, but not everything's really destructible. It is big maps overall. 32 versus 32 is the biggest map. And I think some of the smaller ones are like team versus team versus team, where it's like 4 teams of 4 or 3 teams of 4. And it's just like team deathmatch type of deal. There's capture the flag, there's domination, you know, and it's all kind of the same idea. You just capture points, you shoot out enemies, or yeah, well, no, that's pretty much it. You just capture points or shoot out enemies, and it's a ton of fun. But like, that's the thing. I don't really know what people are looking for out of Battlefield compared to the other Battlefields, because it has been a while since I've actually played it. So far, I've blue screened during the game once, and that's a little unfortunate. I think I have a slight issue with my PC. I'm gonna have to build a new one next year, where like certain games cause my computer to blue screen with like a Watchdog timeout error, and I'm like, God dang it. So this game has caused me to blue screen once so far. Very sad about that. People do have to enable secure boot, which is like a kernel level anti-cheat. I know people are a little annoyed by that. I don't think it's the biggest deal, but I do think it kind of sucks for people who have to go out of their way to enable it. I had to go out of my way to enable it, but luckily it was pretty fast. So the game's by no means perfect. I've had bugs where the game visually just attacks you with like vectors of images and you just can't see anything. I've had it where you cannot leave the game, so I go to leave via the menu and the game's just like, nope. I've had it where the game has just black screened me and I like couldn't leave a menu. So the game's still in beta, right? It's the alpha beta. And it's still good, or open beta, and it's still good, but it still has some of those issues. The performance overall, other than like those issues though, seems pretty good. I haven't had aggressive frame drops even during like large explosive moments. I've just kind of crashed and blue screened once, or crashed a couple of times and then had to Alt F4 a couple of times. So it's more acceptable and like usual bugs, but it still does suck. Either way, hey, it's more Battlefield and I'm at least enjoying my time, and I'm glad that other people are enjoying their time. I'm curious what y'all think if you have played through Battlefield 6's open beta so far, or if you haven't. I have done every single game mode. I have played through a lot of just trying things out, and I've tried to put in at least like 3-4 matches into every single class, even if I wasn't doing good at the class, right? Because like the first 5 matches of like 5 to 10 matches of Battlefield are just learning the game and figuring out where everything is and corners and maps, and there's so many different doorways and buildings where it's kind of very difficult to realize where people will be all the time. So you just have to really get used to it, checking your corners, headshotting, getting quick on the aim. But I'm enjoying my time. I'm by no means a pro. I've had some really good matches where I'm like top 1, top 2, top 3 in the game on my side, where I've like absolutely decimated enemies, like here where I was doing really good, or I had a sniper one where I was like freaking 12, 4, and 20 or something, right? You just, once in a while you have a game where you just staying back, killing enemies, and you're just absolutely slaying it. I like to have fun too though, right? So I really like pod shotting with the RPG, even though it's like probably objectively kind of a bad idea. I find it fun pot-shotting with the RPG. Managed to get a handful of double kills, got a triple, like quadra kill pretty much before. So the RPG is a fun. I really like engineer class because of the RPG, okay? Love running it. I haven't customized the weapons and guns too much, but it's the usual. Different attachments do different things. You can have better hip fire, right? You have better damage, better stability. The usual things, faster reload, faster ADS, faster swaps. So it's pretty cool like that. Honestly, I don't know what else there is to say. The game just looks beautiful, it plays well, and it's fun. You'll probably really enjoy this playing with like 2 to 3, of course, of your friends in a squad, or getting a group of 8 people together to just have a shit show chaotic fest. But if you like Battlefield games, I imagine you're gonna enjoy this game. And if not, let me know why. But I've enjoyed my time. I just don't know if I'll end up buying it and putting a lot of time into it, because I just don't put a lot of time into games like Battlefield or games like Call of Duty. Once in a while I'll buy them just to play them and have fun and mess around, but I just quite simply don't put a ton of time into these games. So we'll see. I might end up buying it if I feel that itch on launch, and I might not if I'm like just not feeling it on launch. So let me know what your plan is. If you end up picking up the game, you can use Epic Games creator code Pupsker to support the channel, as I am an Epic partner and anything helps out. We have all the links in the description. You can subscribe to the channel, like the video, check out the Twitch channel or any of the other socials. So it all helps out. Thank you.